What is going on, guys? I'm James.
And I'm Travis.
And you're tuned into the Monet Coffee Show. And this week we have a special guest, Mr. John Gilbride.
Or maybe it's time I leave. Complacency's got me sick of living evergreen. I'd rather be that leaf on the breeze. Oh, we wash my head, 'cause it's place I'm in. Oh, no. Mother conquered disease, hospital beds I've eased, change with the seasons it seems. Oh, help me, doctor, to call read science of faith, just gone away, no. So rain, oh rain on me now. Wash tears from my eyes, wash sweat from my brow. Oh, the end always leave me helpless and white. Am I drowning in wine on a Thursday afternoon? Oh, I'm awakened to the sunshine, trying, only wishing for the next moon. Oh, I hate goodbyes. That year I said it twice, goodbyes in July. Notions of having pain to Tennessee or California, all in this house, in this place, it's driving me insane, turning all my dreams to nightmares. Oh, so rain, oh rain on me now. Wash tears from my eyes, wash sweat from my brow. At the end always leave me helpless and white. Am I drowning in wine on a Thursday afternoon? Oh, I'm awakened to the sunshine, but crying, only wishing for the next moon. Oh, I hate goodbyes. That year I said it twice. Oh, I hate goodbyes. That year I said it twice. Goodbyes in July.
What you just heard was the wonderful music of John Gilbride, who is here with us and who's going to sit down with us.
Hey, hey.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
We're doing very well. Thank you for playing the song.
Thank you for having me.
What was that? Can you actually
Scooch in?
Just
What's
a
up?
10. It's a tight frame.
We do this? Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Let's get close. I love you, buddy.
Cool. So we're going to ask you about what song you just played. What was that?
Oh, cool. That was a song called Goodbyes in July. It's one of the first songs I really ever wrote. It's one that has a lot of meaning to me. Yeah.
That's awesome. The air conditioning turned on. That's my favorite.
Ambient sound. I'm gonna be cooler though. I have a jacket on. It was weird weather today.
Yeah, it was. It absolutely was. So you've been, we were kind of talking about this a little bit before we started, but like you're gigging like a lot. You do you do a lot of shows.
Yeah, in a lot of capacities. Like we were saying before the camera started rolling, I think it's an interesting balance for musicians anymore if you want to make a living. You know, for a long time, it was just going to open mics and getting a feel for things and just trying to get a response out of an audience. Yeah, really. You know, McGillen's Old Ale House, their drunken, crazy open mic that's every Thursday. That's kind of how things start for a lot of people. It seems a lot of people in my sort of circles. I met your good friend Rob Tate at McGillen's, which is not your typical music venue, just kind of a stage in a little corner of a crazy Irish pub. But I've met a lot of amazing musicians in that little corner, so I've left that corner to thank for a lot of great connections.
It's fun. I don't think I've ever hung out for the McGillen's. I almost called it McGillen's Happy Hour. I've never hung out for that either, but for the open mic. But it does seem to be filling the hole that was left when Lickety Split left.
Yes.
Because I used to go to that. I had friends who would go to that. Rob would go play there.
Rest in peace, Lickety Split. I miss you so much. Yeah.
But like you would just see the weirdest stuff, and my understanding is that all the weirdos who were doing the stuff there have moved over to McGillen's.
I'm one of those weirdos. I hosted the Lickety Split open mic for like a year. Which is
Nice.
crazy, like right towards the end of the run. I don't think it was because.
I wonder if I've seen
I
you
hope it
before
wasn't
then.
because of me that they
I
shut
wonder if I'd seen you before we'd ever met then.
Yeah,
I
but
used
anyway,
to go there every once in a
go
while.
off on tangents about the open mics. But yeah, thank you. Yes, I do. I've been gigging a lot. It's interesting. I call it like a cover circuit. You kind of play at bars around the city, 3 hours, entertaining people, having a good time, special guests coming up. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a really fun experience. And through that, you make great connections and collaborate with great musicians. Then I'm able to kind of leverage that into my original work and shows and bring some high energy, hopefully.
And you did a little bit of touring this summer. It's a little, I don't know if you can tell there, but he's quite red still.
Yeah, in the face?
Yes. Just very burned.
Yeah, I'm super red. I'm also on camera, and I'm Irish, so I think it's a product of that too. So over the summer I go down to a little island in North Carolina called Ocracoke Island. My girlfriend's family's been going down there for a number of years, and I kind of decided to say, hey, why not make some money? Why not go down and have some fun and play some gigs too on top of that? So we scheduled some little acoustic tours around there, play the bar circuit, and meet some amazing people down south. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then locally, you stay busy 3-4 nights a week and have some fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Are you doing music full time right now?
Currently, I am. Since I came back from North
I know
Carolina.
you had a job for a while.
Yeah, for a while I did. I came back from North Carolina, kind of promised myself, let's just go at the music thing as hard as I can, and yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of adding to the band, adding to the repertoire, and trying to ramp up my original work and get the record done and all that fun stuff too. Yeah.
So there are a lot of artists who want to start a career in music, but they have like stage fright or they just don't know where to start. So like, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would say let go of that initial fear. I think it's really easy for anybody who's sitting at their kitchen table and scribbling words on a pad of paper and strumming a guitar and screaming at the top of their lungs in their kitchen, looking in the mirror. I think it's easy to be like, oh, I can do this here, but I'm afraid of that response. Just go. Just look up any open mic on any given night. There's plenty of websites like Philly Gig Invite List, open mic lists all over the internet. Just go. And don't be afraid of anybody, mocking you, making fun of you, because you have more courage than them to get up there and do your poetry, do your songwriting, do your comedy, whatever it is. And I think be open to criticism, and I think look up to people who are doing what you want to do, like in any industry. Hey, this guy's playing 3 nights a week. Email him, Facebook message him, tag him on Instagram. Hey, how can I do what you're doing? I think it's for anybody who's young or not. If you're 20, if you're 40, if you want to play music, if you want to get involved, just do it. Jump in.
Yeah. I mean, that was another thing we were talking about. There's especially like here in Philly, there's such a vibrant live music scene. We have a lot of different spaces.
Yes,
where
it
people
is.
are.
It's underrated in my mind, I think.
Yeah. And for me, I think like what's been weird. I think we talked about this in a previous episode. Is like I keep interacting with the same people over and over and over again. Yeah. Because people become friends. And then they are like, hey, I've got a friend. Can I bring them to the thing? Can they like do a thing as well? Sure. And then I end up seeing the same like 4 people and over. And I get so excited when I see new people because I feel like we have a vibrant enough live scene that there's there's like multiple circuits and they're not even interacting with each other. There's just so much.
I think it's good, and I think it breeds more creativity, and I think it only fosters a better community for music in the city. Just in my little circle of people who I've gotten to meet over the past 3 years, I mentioned Rob Tate of the amazing Handball and Relay, who I've been able to play with, sit in with. They've been my backing band for a lot of my latest original shows. You know, Johnny Dinsky's on guitar, crazy electric guitar player. Mark Brown, amazing bass organ player. Sarah Williams, Genevieve Ferreira, Sophie Corrin, who's on an episode with you guys as well. People I've gotten to meet, Jake Bernard, all these people, truly amazing songwriters, amazing musicians, and people I've never met if you don't just jump in and do it. And I think, like I told you earlier, I think live music is more alive and well in general and in Philly than people really think. I think people need to get out and hear it more and embrace it. My
original introduction to the Philly music scene was a lot of like jazz and classical stuff because I was going to school for jazz and classical stuff when I first got here.
Oh, right on.
And then I had friends who were in the punk scene, and I got introduced to that. And then I like, and there just is. If you like music, there's a very easy way to see it live. Here, there's just so many different spaces for it.
Yeah, you gotta be willing to go find it. That's for sure.
Yeah. And if you're trying to get in it, like, sometimes the best way to do it is just to start inserting yourself. I've met many folks who are like, oh, you know that person? Can you introduce me? And I'm like people have just met at the bar, and I'm like, sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, we're best friends now.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one good thing about the Philly music scene, especially like the indie scene, is that a lot of artists actually put time and like they want to make sure that their songs are of quality. Yeah. Instead of just creating things that are popular or that can get them a quick buck. So I think that's really something that's admirable about like Philly musicians that we've like met and interacted with.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think it's easy. It's not to say that a catchy hook isn't amazing. I think there's a lot of those hooks are waiting to be found. And I'll listen to pop songs. You know what I mean? It's because of a catchy hook and it catches on. There's nothing wrong with that. I think as long as you're writing from your heart and you're playing based off your experience and you know all that, I think you can't really go wrong if you're singing from the heart. And if it ends up being catchy and if I'm in the top 40 in a couple of years, great. Yeah. If not, I have nothing to be sorry for.
Yeah, because you're working.
Because you're working and you're playing. That's it. That's all that matters, I think.
No, that's good.
So what would you say has been one of like the biggest lessons that you've learned since starting your music journey?
Lessons I've learned. I would say, I think you need to be humble. I think you need to, again, take advantage of the connections you make. Treat the people in the music community like your friends and kind of, like I said, get involved. Sorry, can you ask me that again? Is that a thing? Is this a continuous shot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sorry.
What lessons have you learned? And you certainly still learn.
I would say lessons I've learned is when I first started, I kind of just quit my job 3 years ago and just dove in head first without really thinking, oh, I don't need any money. I have plenty of savings. Yeah. And thinking this is going to work right off the bat and you're going to get paid to play these gigs and everybody's going to love me. It's not like that. I think it's about putting in the work. I think if you want to get paid as a musician, as an entertainer, you need to just understand it's a job like anything else. But the job aspect of aside, I think you just have to be humble, always seek advice and be open to criticism and feedback and just be yourself. That's really all I've done. And you'll make great friends in the process and you meet great people. And it's important to extend that arm of the music part of the community to the people like you, people doing talk shows, people doing videography, photography, people doing studio work. My producer's name is Chris. Journalism aspect of everything, yes, James. People like my producer Chris Rizzolo out in Manioc might not hear these people with little small shop studios who are doing incredible work, like old school, amazing studio work. I think it's important to build those people up and help each other out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, what was this job that you quit before you...
Oh, it's so boring. Do you really want that?
Yeah.
So before I went to college, it was a lot of, oh my God, do I major in music? Do I go for piano performance? Do I go for vocal? Do I try and pursue this as a profession? And I got pushed the other way. They said, hey, if you know anything else besides music, go for that because you're probably going to be super poor unless you want to go be a teacher. And I was like, okay. So I studied business, and long story short, after Temple, I started in benefits consulting. for a consulting firm in Center City, Philly.
Wow.
Yeah, really fun. It was great. And if you know anything about me, or if you've known me for the past 3 years, you'd say, yeah, no wonder you quit. But I quit after a year and a half of really hating everything about that job, and just kind of started going to open mics and feeling my way around.
That's pretty much where I am now. So
yeah.
I get it.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. And it's good.
It requires a lot of alcohol.
It's worth it. I mean, there's money to take into consideration, but life's short too. At the same time, you know what I mean. I want. Everybody talks about freedom and entrepreneurship and all these different things, and I think for a musician, it's very much the same. I think it's not about making your own hours, but it's about kind of creating a life for yourself that you want to be. At the end of the day, you want to go to bed knowing you do what you love during the day, and I think that's important too.
I got similar coaching. I originally went to college for music composition and jazz studies at the University of the Arts. But when I was like in high school, like preparing to go to college, I was thinking about like going to theater school or going to music school, and I settled on music composition because I was like, I can absolutely make a career out of, because I wanted to work in film industry in one way or another, but I didn't think it would be. So I at the time I didn't think it would be behind a camera. I thought it'd be in front of a camera like this. And I was like, I can do film composition because I'm
the next Hans Zimmer. Yeah, man.
Right. Yeah. I can be I'm a talented composer, and I can do this sort of thing. And I saw it as much easier to work in, and I was wrong.
Sure.
That is a super tight industry to get into, but also the other part of that was I was like, oh, if I go to school for music, I can get a degree in like music education as well, and I can be a music teacher, and then that'd be a great backup job. I have friends who are music teachers and art teachers. They have a hard time finding a job because those are the first jobs to get.
Right, it's pretty saturated, right?
Yeah, my friend. Yeah, and I have friends who are English teachers, and they're fine because there's a test for English. There's no test for music.
I don't like that. I really don't. I think there should be licenses for us musicians too, the same way like you have to take a test to be a lawyer. I would love to take a test.
But think about like a standardized test, like in Pennsylvania, it's the PSSA that I grew up taking.
Sure, yeah, me too.
So could you imagine though a standardized test that's like which one is the most consonant chord?
Ooh,
C chord.
Can we make that up like a new project for us? So and maybe give each other a certificate and like put it on the wall.
That would I think the key to that is you call yourselves a.
You can accredit each other.
Yeah, you can be an accreditation firm of 4.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
I'm into it.
There you go. We'll write that up. So I would love to thank you for coming on. Thank you for
of course
playing some music for us. We'd love you to play another song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give another song for us.
I do.
Cool, rad. So John is going to go prep that. We would love for you all to subscribe. John has social media things that he.
I don't have a website yet. Yeah, I could get way better at it. This is going to be like the first video you'll see of me as a musician because I don't put anything out there. But Facebook.com/music by John Gilbride, at John Gilbride Music on Instagram, and just follow me for my acoustic shows and follow me there. And stay tuned for the record and all that fun stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, another song.
Yeah, so go follow him on all of his stuff. Go follow us on all of our stuff.
Thank you.
And then we're just going to ask you guys to subscribe as we do. It's YouTube. Yes. So awesome. Thank you very much, and enjoy your coffee.
Still a little love in you, maybe more than you remember, my dear. I'm growing older, maybe wiser, as they say. Seems I never grow out of missing you each day. I'm sick of goodbyes, I'm tired of trying. I'm constantly reminded. Only you. So let me tell you a story tonight. I wrote it in a lullaby. Tell of our drunken nights full of fire. I said, baby, I'm tired, but I'll be upstairs waiting for you. Only you. Oh, I've been through hell. I've been through hell. You, I think you know me so damn well, better than I do. So if you won't love me, then at least know that I'll die before I forget. Yeah. So I die before I forget you. And maybe now I know just where we stand. Maybe I'll never be your man, but I want the memory of you in my history, be a picture. I keep it locked in a capsule under the floorboards forever. Oh, we dig it up 20 years later. So no, I didn't hate you, I love you so. Only you. Oh, well, I've been through hell. I've been through hell. You, I think you know me so damn well, better than I do. So if you won't love me, then at least know that I'll die before I forget. Yeah. So I die before I forget you. So when I see you, wait a second. Won't you please, pretty please, say I wanna see you when you're dancing. I want your wedding day. Yeah. When I see you, wait a second. Won't you please, pretty please, say I wanna see you when you're dancing. I want your wedding day. I've been through hell. I've been through hell. You, I think you know me so damn well, better than I do. So if you won't love me, then at least know that I'll die before I forget. Yeah. So I die before I forget.